Hello everyone, Mark here, Mark's Max Muscle, and the 2020 Mr. Olympia, like I keep saying guys, one of if not the greatest event that I've ever seen, and still I'm getting so many requests, and this one here has been requested quite a few times. Brandon Curry 2019, Brandon Curry 2020. Unless you're living under a rock, you know, he won the title last year, 2019, with an outstanding package. He was criticized, maybe for soft in the glutes, a couple of different aspects, but hey, he won the title. He took it home. Here in 2020, he placed second. Very unfortunate for you Brandon Curry fans, and even more so for Brandon Curry himself. But guys, you have to understand, to hang on to that title, you have to show some improvement, and improvement is not really the word that I would use to describe this physique change, guys. His legs look twice as big in 2019. Maybe not as cut, though. You look at the striations, he came in more conditioned, I think. But when you look at the arm size, guys, this is a different man altogether. It's a different beast altogether. 2019, so much better. But I'm not saying that he would have defeated Big Ramy. Actually, I did that comparison, including Sean Road in 2018, and Big Ramy still beat them. Let's go to the front lat spreads, and it's worth to mention, he did hit the poses at a different angle. He's leaning way back, 2019, and he's probably criticized. Like I hear, some of you guys don't like the way that they do hit that. But I think it makes for a much more powerful pose. But it is not a very clear picture for 2019, so let's revert to Saturday night, because if possible, guys, I will bring you both versions, if possible. Now, what I notice is just the way he is hitting it, much different. He looks like he's in better condition, looks like he's bigger, all for 2019. Even facially, I noticed, even in the front double by, his face is very sunk in and lean. Looks like he really tried to get depleted, conditioned this year. Maybe just be the most conditioned man on the stage. I don't know. Either way, it did not work out for him. But for the display, definitely 2019. Side chest development, and this is one of the biggest differences here, guys. Look at the midsections and the chests and the arms, the legs. There's no part about 2020 here that I prefer. 2019 all the way. He meant much more business. So you know what, guys? This is actually good news for Brandon Curry. Here's the Saturday night show. And maybe a little bit better for Saturday for the 2020 here. But even so, guys, 2019 still much better in the comparison. I think it's the angle of this shot makes the lag look a little smaller for 2019. But still, midsection advantage, arms advantage, muscle separation. I think he was a little better for 2019 on the Friday show. Hard to say. I guess you could do a comparison between those two versions, but I guess that's what this is, kind of. But anyway, guys, 2019 all the way. Let's look at the side tricep pose, because this one here is a very telling tale. Look at the triceps. Now, we've seen the biceps in the front double bicep pose, a huge difference. Now look at the triceps. Much difference, guys. And this is, you're the Olympia champion. The pictures of you from the previous year are flying around. The judges obviously seeing them, and they're going to be looking for not only just as good as a package, but better of a package. I mean, if your conditioning was a certain percentage, you got to have that percentage or better. Your muscles were a certain size, you have to have that size or bigger. And he just did not do that. The arm, guys. The display is a whole lot different, so I don't really like to use these ones. And here's the Saturday show. Much better, guys. The display is a whole lot better, though, for the lag for 2019. What a perfect shot. Now, in my opinion, it's not worth for Brandon Curry to get that much more depleted. He needed that size, that sting. But like I said, guys, I don't think that he would have beat Big Ramy regardless or irregardless, whatever the case may be, whatever word would be more appropriate. I'm not exactly, you know what I'm saying, guys. I'm not, I don't know. Who's good at writing? Edgar Allan Poe? Huh? Is that a good one to come up with on the fly? Anyway, guys, here's the biggest difference of this matchup. the back development. And this is one situation where Brandon Curry was criticized. He had soft glutes. That's all I heard. Soft glutes, soft hamstrings. And take a look, guys. He is posing at a different angle. He's sticking his head up, kind of. I don't know if that's helping him or not. But he's bending at the knees, so you can see at the hips. I lowered his hips a little bit different. But anyway, guys, enough about the sizing of these guys. Look at the dry hamstrings. Look at the dry glutes. So really, guys, he basically answered the criticisms. But at what cost? Sure, he got the striated glutes. Sure, he got the drier hamstrings. But he lost some size. I think he lost some width, in particular in the back development. Let's go to the Saturday show. And he looks pretty darn good here, I think. I think in the back development, he may have improved, which is definitely a good sign for Brandon Curry. I mean, the calves have improved. I would say so. He's posing at such a different posture, though. You can see he's holding up his delts quite substantially for 2019. I think he's holding them down to maximize the trap size. I think in the top of his the traps here in 2020. So different posture. Food for thought. He looks a little drier here in 2019 than he did at the Friday show. So his glutes do look a little closer, but nothing doing. 2020, look at the striations in those glutes. Now, he needed those to defeat Phil Heath, I think. Rear double bicep, same situation, guys. The back looks good when you look at the dry hamstrings and the glutes. And like I said, he did defeat Phil Heath. And he would not have defeated Phil Heath without those striated glutes. And like I said, that was the biggest criticism. So Brandon Curry, hold your head up high, man. You answered all the criticisms. But at what cost? A couple of inches on the arms. A couple inches on the delts. The traps don't look as... They don't look like they're bulging out as good. But anyway, guys, it's criticism. It has to be done at this level. He placed second at the Olympia. He placed first last year. You got to find out what he did wrong. He didn't do nothing wrong. There was Big Rammy. There was Phil Heath. He had to bring a package that was going to beat Phil Heath. He had to have Phil Heath in his sights. Here's the ab and thigh, and this is a situation where he might be better this year. His legs, no, they're not as big. They're not, guys. But they do probably have more striations, better feathering, I guess you could say, for the lack of a better term. And his abs, a little bit more cut as well. I found his abs were a little too smooth, Gorilla. A little too smooth for 2019. In this, for the Friday show, that is. Look at that. You see that? This is the Saturday show for 2019. Actually, I think this is the Friday show for 2020. I couldn't get one for the Saturday show for 2020, strangely enough. But his abs look better here. Not in the Friday show, mind you. So you got to consider that at the ab and thigh for the Saturday show for 2020 might be even better, considering he was probably better conditioned. Or no, he was. When you look at the glutes, guys, he was definitely in better condition. Let us go to the most muscular and wrap this one up. And good news, we have two versions of the most muscular, and we have Friday and Saturday. Friday, 2019, so much bigger, so much fuller. And you got to think, guys, that's when the judges make most of their decision makings, and they split hairs the next night with their groupings, and his legs are bigger, traps are bigger, delts are bigger, arms are much bigger. He's better. 2019, the Friday show, what a beast, guys. What a friggin' beast. But like I said, and like I promised you, boom, there is the Saturday show. And I gotta say, I think he was more ripped, more conditioned for Saturday in 2019, but not as big. He almost looks just as full here for 2020. But he doesn't have the leg size itself. He definitely worked on the leg size more, I think, last year. And this year he focused more on bringing the conditioning of those glutes, which was really, that's what people were calling, people were yanging about. Look at this shot here, though, guys. I noticed the traps were bigger in 2019. Even in this shot, look at the traps. Bulging. And I mean bulging. Wow. Very impressive, guys. Very impressive. Both of these versions. I mean, this is a quality athlete, guys. Now here is the Friday show, crab position, and the traps here. Traps a poppin' for 2020 this time. He's a big bear in 2019. You can see the thickness of the delts. Take a real good look at the delts, pecs. Maybe not as ripped, maybe not as striated, but much thicker, bigger, fuller. Fuller. Just much fuller. And the lags too. Look at the quad sweeps. Even from this shot you can really see. So Brandon Curry, did he improve? Sure. His glutes did. His conditioning may have improved. I don't think he nailed his carb up quite so good. I mean, he was blasting full. He was huge in 2019. Here is the Saturday show for each. And he looks a little, I don't want to call it stringy. His muscles are ropier for the Saturday show for 2020 this year. You see what I'm saying? Maybe not as full. Certain shots he did look actually fuller. His abs look better. So that leads me to believe that ab and thigh from the Saturday show for this year would have been even better. Anyway, guys, the traps were a poppin' in for 2019 in the one hand on hip. But now in the crab position, lo and behold, this year the traps look better. So he improved in certain aspects. I would say if they went one-on-one, these two, I think the size would have did it over. I think 2019 is a better version. Fuller, thicker. But you got to think, guys, against an opponent like a Phil Heath with those striated glutes, you got to pick 2020. You got to pick 2020. He might not have beat Phil Heath this year. But anyway, guys, that is the comparison. You guys wanted it, and here it is. And there's many more of your guys' requests. I get multiple requests on these videos, so it's nice to see, guys. And hey, don't hold back. If you guys want to see something, message me, and I have to give popular demand. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. If I see it several or 5 or 6 times, then I do the videos. I said do. Hit thumbs up on the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Have a great day.